Well, all three new movies all in the theaters this weekend, and our sponsors at MJR Digital Cinemas want you to know all about them. Joining us for Real Talk, as he always does, Greg Russell.
Glad to be here.
Let's start with The Hunt, a movie starring a familiar face from This Is Us, Justin Hartley.
Yeah, this is a story about a group of people who wind up basically being taken. And they're put on this island, and all of a sudden they realize they're there for a hunt, but they're not the hunters, they're the hunted.
So this was called The Most Dangerous Game when it first was written almost 100 years ago.
Right.
It's been adapted many times. Does it hew closely to the source?
To my understanding, it does. This one, Hilary Swank's in it, and it's all about, like I said, these people who just have to save their own lives. But then all of a sudden, this group realizes, okay, we're going to switch from now being the hunted to being the hunters. So, yeah. It's that kind of like back and forth cat and mouse game.
What are you hearing about it?
It's a thriller, and unfortunately because of things going on, wasn't able to get out and see this. But it will be at the theaters for the next few weeks, of course. So if you want to get out, check it out. There you go.
Next up, a reimagination of Peter Pan. Again, I feel like we just had that Pan movie a few years ago, and then there was Hook. And tell us about Wendy.
Wendy is the girl who was always part of the Peter Pan story. This time, though, she's in charge. So it's a situation where she's again, as well, on an island with a group of kids. And so she is going to be out there trying to lead them to safety. So she's the one in charge. There's, no Peter this time. So she is number one. So it's kind of like, girl power all the way through.
So we have a clip, or is it just the VO here that we're looking at? It looks modernized.
Yeah.
Okay, it says clip on the prompter. So what are we hearing about Wendy?
Nice movie for kids, and also, like I said, especially for young girls, to go see it because she's in charge. So it lets everybody know I can do it.
All right, finally, a faith-based movie. Those do very well with their core audience. It's called I Still Believe.
Now, that one I did get to see. I did get to talk to everybody. It's based off of the true life story of Christian singer Jeremy Camp. For those who may not know, he's a Grammy Award winner, and he met his wife in college. They got married, and all of a sudden she becomes ill. So she gets cancer, and then all of a sudden, through the grace of God, she gets rid of it, but then it comes back. It's kind of like, it's a real tearjerker of a story, and I got to talk to the cast all about it. If this had just been a fake story, fiction that somebody had written, you'd be going, damn, this is deep.
Yeah, or also, I don't even believe that, like, what a crazy story. Yeah, but because it is real, you sort of, you buy into it, and I think that it's really gonna melt people's hearts.
Yeah, this is one of those stories that just would not have worked if it wasn't real. If we didn't feel, if the chemistry wasn't there between all the characters in the movie, I feel like, we needed that. We really did.
And, we're believing, we're invested in the characters.
And it's a way to connect with people, I think that's the beauty of the film. You can walk out of the theater and it's almost like people just kind of want to give you a big hug, which is not great in the day of coronavirus. But that's sort of the, I think the impact we're hoping to have is just to have other people kind of embrace the world around you and live life.
What's it like for you, to sit there in the theater and watch this, and it's like, this is me, this is my life.
Yeah, I think, when you watch, because the actors like KJ and Britt and everybody did such an incredible job, I think it becomes even more real because you feel like you're watching yourself, and it's very surreal. And I think what I love about it is they put their whole heart into it. It wasn't a thing where they cashed it in and said, we're gonna do our time and we're gonna leave. They were like, we believe in this. And they all did it because they believed in it, not because it was just, I'll just take this role. And that's what, you can see that in the movie.
All right, these kinds of movies are typically critic-proof. How many reels for this one?
3. It's a nice, solid, like you said, faith-based movie. If you like that, hey, you're going to enjoy this. Like I said, though, it is an up-and-down roller coaster as far as emotions go.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Don't forget, MJR offers $5 Ticket Tuesdays to see the list of showtimes at an MJR Digital Cinema near you. Go to their website, mjrtheaters.com.